When Harvard put its quota in place in 1922, it was a quota that the freshman class could be, or the incoming class would be 10% Jewish. And in fact, in practice, it was 20%. Okay, so on the one hand, that seems like, oh my God, that's restrictive. On the other hand, Jews were about, at that time, maybe 4% of the population. But that's not exactly what I call restrictive. There was a comment by the dean of the Yale Medical School also in the 20s, where he said, I'll take 10 Jews, 5 Italians, and no blacks, or no Negroes. Okay, so, 10 Jews, maybe there were 50 who were qualified to get in, but let's put it in that context that discrimination existed throughout the society, and Jews were only one group that was in some ways defined as to be restricted. And it's also, again, private institutions that were involved. We're not talking about the state, and that's really important. The Jews who didn't get into Ivy League schools, and by the way, let's extend that beyond Ivy League schools to other kinds of institutions, this whole issue of name changing. And so there's actually a historian right now, Kirsten Vermeglach at Michigan State, who's writing a book on Jewish name changing. And so I almost hesitate to answer till her book comes out, and I don't know when that's going to be. But yes, it was a very, I don't want to say common, it was a phenomenon that had an impact on the population. So Harvard actually put on its application form, has there ever been a name change in your family? And some of the schools began to ask for pictures. And they obviously didn't have the same kind of algorithms we have now to use, or maybe they did, I don't know. But they would look at people's addresses, where they're applying from, and so that there was a certain kind of informal infrastructure in these admissions offices to try to sniff out the Jews. Okay, but name changing was not uncommon, and it was undertaken for all sorts of reasons. And again, I await a book that will actually really tell us something.